One of these days, Robert Saleh's New York Jets are going to come out and play a first quarter of NFL football that doesn't look like amateur hour. Sadly, today was not that day. Glenn Naughton, JetNation Radio, JetNation.com. Be sure to log on to our forums at JetNation.com and become a part of the most active Jets message board on the web. So the Jets fly out to London, lay an egg, 27-20 loss to the Falcons. It wasn't as close as the box score suggests. Jets fell down big early, 20-3. On defense, they came up with some big stops. In the second half, they kept the Jets in it. They forced some turnovers, gave the offense a chance to make some plays, which they did. They put it in the end zone a couple times, made it close, and then of course the defense couldn't get one final stop. Atlanta marches down the field and scores. But I'm not putting this on the defense. I don't want to hear defense has to get one more stop. Listen, man, these guys are busting their tails every single week trying to carry this team. At some point, they're going to get tired. All right, so you're talking the final drive of the game in the fourth quarter after a flight from New York to London after a game in which they played almost 100 snaps on defense. So this unit was bound to get tired and worn down. Maybe if the offense isn't completely dysfunctional early on and somebody makes a play and doesn't put it all on the defense to get all the stops and all the turnovers and just create all these opportunities for the offense that they just didn't take advantage of. Even the first score was set up by a big kick return in the second half where the Jets only had to drive 29 yards for the touchdown. So really only one big drive of the game. And funny enough, that was a drive where the Jets started targeting their wide receivers. We saw some run game. We saw the running backs get a lot of action. We saw in the pass game, we saw the tight ends get a lot of targets. And the receivers had to wait to finally get involved. When they did, they moved the ball down the field. I'm not out on this receiving core. I still think this is a very deep, very talented group. This is not a talent issue at wide receiver. The Jets have, as I said in previous videos, the Jets have gone out and built a very good receiving core and then hired an offensive coordinator who is going to run a ton of jumbo, a ton of two tight end sets, and you're going to see a lot more 3 receiver sets. You're not going to see as many 4 and 5 receiver sets as you would like. And you're not going to see as many 4 and 5 receiver sets as you should. Because up and down, top to bottom, I've said it, and I'm not going to back off from it. This group has enough talent to create plenty of mismatches if given the opportunity. But instead, we have to watch Ryan Griffin get the ball, on a 5-yard pass on 3rd and 10. It is what it is. The Jets seem to have found yet another offensive mind who, I don't know. Listen, I'm a fan, right? I'm not an expert. These guys know more than we do, don't they? But you got Denzel Mims waiting 3 weeks for a target while Ryan Griffin is getting several looks a week. That, to me, doesn't scream offensive genius. On the other side of the ball on defense, why are the defensive ends covering the tight ends? Again, I defer to the experts. I'm a fan. I don't know. I don't have all the answers. But I'm pretty sure John Franklin Myers playing defensive back or Bryce Huff playing defensive back against Falcons tight ends, which is how they got both their touchdowns, their early touchdowns, not ideal, right? Let the D-line play D-line, let the DBs play DB, even let the linebackers cover, but you're asking your defensive ends to play defensive back. I don't get it. I don't know what the mindset is there. Don't understand why we didn't see more press coverage with the Jets DBs. They were playing off soft coverage all day. That was driving me crazy. Matt Ryan was able to pick these guys apart, dinking and dunking over the middle, gave the defensive line very little chance to get home. What they had today, 1 sack, I think, maybe none. I'm not even sure. It's one thing I will say. Love going to the games, but second row, you see a lot more on TV than you do from the second row, to be honest. You're so close to the action, there's a lot that you miss. So I can't wait to rewatch this game tonight. That should be a good time. But look, that was my biggest question during the game. Why are we seeing so much soft coverage, not giving the defensive line a chance to do their jobs and pressure Matt Ryan? I thought they would win this game, and I thought that's how they would win this game. I thought we would see the D-line attacking, the DBs pressing because Atlanta's down. They're missing their best wide receiver, and just let the DBs press these guys, make Matt Ryan hold the ball for that extra beat, and give the D-line a chance to get home. But that just didn't happen. So really just a all around just a head scratcher this time around. Jets now fall to 1-4. They go into the bye week. And what Robert Saleh has in store for them in terms of preparation, we don't know if it's going to be days off or if there's going to be extra time practicing. But for God's sakes, they got to get this offense rolling. They can't keep waiting for the second half to put points up, just digging themselves these holes week after week. Zach Wilson wasn't very good today. Even when he did have a chance, he threw a few dirt balls, had a few open receivers that he didn't see. So this isn't all about the coaching. Zach Wilson has to take some ownership of this as well. But as it stands, 1-4, bye week coming, and hopefully they get this thing turned around, and this offense starts looking functional early in games, because they're not terrible late, but they look good when it's too late. So hopefully, get that rectified in the coming weeks. That does it for me for this one, and from my London hotel room, back home next week, and we'll catch you then. Tune into JetNation Radio this Tuesday. Myself, Alex Varallo, and Dylan Terraman, and we'll catch you then. Take care.